Hey guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are and whenever you're watching this and whatever you're up to. It's a bit too long, right? We're still working on it, work in progress. Anyway, welcome to a new vlog. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to check out the previous videos, and I noticed that at least 50% of my viewers haven't subscribed yet. So please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that bell icon to get instant notifications, because I post videos every week and you don't want to miss some of those. Most of those, at least. Anyway, let's get going. This short section is going to be in Telugu. There will be subtitles because I want to express my inner feelings. ఈ ఎండలో 40-42 డిగ్రీలు ఉంది, అంటే ఆల్మోస్ట్ బయట కాలు పెడితే 46 డిగ్రీస్ ఫీల్లో ఉంది. చూద్దాం ఇప్పుడు ఎంత ఉందో టెంపరేచర్. 40 డిగ్రీస్ కనిపిస్తుందా? టైం ఎంత అయింది? 6:59. ఈ టైంలో బయట కూర్చుని స్వెట్ షర్ట్లు వేసే వాళ్ళు ఏమంటారు వద్దులే, ఎంతైనా ఫ్రెండ్ కదా. ఎట్లా చేస్తారు ఆ స్వెట్ షర్ట్లు వేసుకుని బ్లాగింగ్లో? ఏసీ ఆన్లో ఉన్నా కూడా చెమట ఎట్లా పోస్తుందో చూసినావా? మెచ్యూరిటీ, సారీ పెద్దవాళ్ళు ఎంతైనా మనకి వీఆర్ సో immature to talk about such matured people. That was just for the fun, guys. Sorry Suju, don't take it to heart. I'm sure you're gonna roast me in the next vlog, so I'm gonna wait for it. Anyway, let's get going. There's a new bike actually in front of my house. New. Let's go and see. It's not been in the vlogs for a long time. Guess what it is? Yes, my RTR is back. Got it from my relatives. They weren't using it. Now that I have only one bike, I thought I can get this back and do some local running on this. This is much more comfortable in city than the 850. The problem with black colored bikes is this was just yesterday when it was cleaned. It's been almost 2 years since I got this bike, and the odo is only 2,424 kilometers. Haven't ridden it much. You haven't heard the exhaust note, right? I think the battery is down a bit because they haven't started it in a month or so that's why it took a little while to crank it. One of the sweetest sounding 200cc bikes out there. Probably need to get it serviced. The problem with this bike is the service interval is almost every 4 months, so that's not the best part about the TVS. I'll do a dedicated ownership review maybe after 2-3 months. This is one of the best parts about the Apache 200. This is the race edition and has slipper clutch. Slipper clutch in this class is pretty good. In fact, in traffic, this is one of the lightest clutch you can ever get. Anyway guys, talking about motorcycles, yesterday I had a chance to take my 850 out for a short spin. It was on some work and I talked about few things about the 850GS. Something I probably touched upon little in the previous many vlogs of the 850, but much more in detail. So let's get on the ride, shall we? Just heading out for some small work at a construction site. I've been scouting some real estate opportunities in the market since the last 6 months. So there's one in Kokapet that I'm just heading to check it out. This was something that I already checked out before the whole lockdown started. I just wanted to get an update on few things, but just have a small stop here nearby for some personal work. After that I'll head there. I was just searching for something to invest in that market. I'm not sure if now is a good time because prices were pretty high before the lockdown. Now the prices are low. It's going to be a small meeting. That's the plan for today. How are things with you guys? In Hyderabad, except the containment zones, every place is open. RTC buses are still not running. Small restrictions here and there, but majority is open. Like all the car showrooms, service centers. Eagerly waiting to get my Elantra back. It's a strange feeling to see all the cars out here, the traffic back to normal as it was before. Anyway, I got my mask. I'm gonna maintain social distance wherever I go, so still need to maintain those minimum things. Nice to see people wearing masks, but all these restaurants and food joints are not open. Kitchens are open, so people can get food delivery. Not sure if they still want to do that. Anyway, I'm gonna catch you guys in a little while. We'll finish my work. I'm almost here. When I was in college, like somewhere between 2003 to 7, this was just rocks and mountains, man. So much has changed. Ooh, and it's hot. 41 here, but feels like 44 or 45. This is the best time to go out because less traffic. You can finish your work. If it gets delayed, you can come back by 4-5. That's the plan. Let's see. Almost like 10-15 minutes away from Kokapet. Anyway, if you recollect the video before this video, I was talking about the 5 things that I didn't like about this bike. Today let's talk about the 5 things that I actually love. In fact, I really love about this bike. 1, the ride, amazing on bad roads. Like you have seen before, right? I can't feel any damn thing, partly because of the travel in the suspension. Basically, for our Indian road conditions, this is amazing in terms of ride. Handling is not that great. It's much taller and there's a lot of travel. Good handling bikes need to have less travel in the suspension. And the TFC, that would have actually been the first number 1 point that I love about this bike. Intuitive, easy to use, and lovely TFT screen. One of the best in the ADVs right now. I think Tiger 900, which is coming up, would probably come close to this when it launches, but it's been here in the market for the last 2 years, and in that sense this is well ahead of time. I only wish it had navigation so that I don't need to keep it on the map here. So number 2 is the TFT display. Number 3 would be the torque on this engine. The max I have done on this is probably 195 or something, but the best part is 0 to 100 feels very sprightly for such a heavy bike. This weighs almost 229 kilos, including all the fuels and liquids, but 0 to 100 can happen in approximately 5 to 6 seconds, which is super fast for this kind of a bike. And in that sense, that's because of the twin cylinder nature. Like, that was a speed bump that I just flew over. Amazing, man. But anyway, coming back to the point, it's just that the torque on this is quite amazing. Because it's a twin cylinder, the low end torque and the mid end is amazing. Top end is not as good as, let's say, Tiger or other triples. So number 3 would be the low end torque and the engine. This feels more like a classic bike in terms of the low end torque. Oh, it's pretty wall. Like, look at these small bumps. Hardly feel anything. And number 4 would be the build quality of this bike. Being a BMW, it has set high expectations from its other models like the 1250 or the 1200 before that. Comparing this to the predecessor, which is the 800GS, this is way ahead. Till now, the only rattling that I see when I go over a big pothole is the center stand hitting the bottom of the bike. Probably some rubber beating here and there, but besides that, I don't hear any rattling ever. Need to still check it out after maybe an year or 2 to see if there are any rattles. In that sense, the Triumph held up pretty well for almost 3.5 years, but initial impressions are pretty good. So that's the 4th point. And finally the 5th point is how this bike handles off-road. Like, if you remember the Sikkim trip, check out the playlist here after this video. And if you're new to this channel, you probably don't know that this bike fell on my knee and I tore my ACL and an MCL and got a surgery, but then I still finished the entire trip with that injury. And there were so many sections in Sikkim when there was rain and a lot of slush. This bike actually handled amazingly well. I was scared like hell that I might drop the bike again and the injury would get worse, but in that sense this held up brilliantly well. In fact, it gave me so much confidence in some slush sections that I was able to do 20-25 when there was good amount of slush. Initially I was struggling, but then once the confidence was gained, it was another story. In that sense, this handles bad patches brilliantly, so that is something to keep in mind. So yeah, those are the 5 points that I love about this bike. There are quite a few other smaller bits, but not worth discussing. Probably if I find something else, I would definitely let you guys know when I do the long-term review. Yes, long-term ownership review is coming up soon. That's something I'm looking forward to. So that's it for now, guys. Kokapet was behind me, but I just saw the empty road and I just felt like riding. It's hot as hell, but still I was just tempted to keep riding because it's been so long since I had ridden this long on my bike. And when you're a rider, you get tempted. Easy peasy. Anyway, gonna go enjoy the ride and probably head back to Kokapet, finish my work, and then go home and have lunch. That's the plan, guys. So see you later. Bye bye. Sorry for that shaky video. you have to understand that I had an ADV with one of the highest travel in suspension. Still, you saw how much the camera was shaking. Part of it, maybe 10-20% was me moving a bit, but most of it was still because the service road was pretty bumpy and the cement roads were also patchy, and I was traveling at a higher speed. Like if you see the content, when I was in the city, it was much better, but then when I was in the Manikonda area and also in the service road near Kokapet and ORR, it was very bumpy. Apologies for that, but if you have come this far, you're one of those true subscribers, and all my love is for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Yeah, let me know what you think of that video. It was just a short video that I wanted to talk about the 5 good things. We'll do a much more beautiful, much more interesting cinematic ownership review maybe sometime in the future. Still too early in the ownership, even though it's been almost, by this August it'll be 1 year. Can't believe it's been almost a year. Oh man. But it was great to ride, but too hot. It sucked all the air out of me, and when I came back I was so dehydrated. I took a nice cold shower and had like 2-3 liters of water. Anyway, I hope you guys stay home, even if not for the lockdown, just because it's too hot. Please stay home, stay hydrated, stay safe. Thanks for watching this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. If you're watching this in the night time, have a good night, take care, and that's it. There's nothing more for today's vlog. So see you in the next one. Bye bye.